the assassin. Intruders in the penthouse of the 99 Dragons clan? I must see to the master. And the soul portal artifact. Rumors say Tang is hunting for it.
Bring the soul portal artifact! Look out!
So this is how it really feels to be undead. What is this?
The Serene Garden, your stop between reality and the afterworld.
Free the dreamers of their nightmares and feed the undying dragon their souls. Then reclaim the artifact.
There it is, Tang Towers, the most secure building in the city.
This level starts as it means to go on, with an incredibly frustrating bit of wall running. Oh yes, I can tell this one's going to be a joy to play. Seriously though, I hate this section. I loathe it. It fully demonstrates just how bad the wall running is in this game. You're supposed to go where the arrow's pointing, but it's nigh impossible. So you think you have to run up the wall and then jump off onto a different bit of wall the last second, otherwise you won't get high enough. But actually what you really need to do is run up the wall directly across from where you're supposed to go, then onto the wall next to the vent, and then jump into the vent. That's insane! Why would you think to do that? Oh, and of course there are enemies inside the vents. Why are there enemies inside the vents? This is ridiculous. And here's more of those fans. And of course there's more enemies here. I don't get how the hell this stupid game world works. He should not be able to hover like that. The fan should constantly be blowing him upwards. There's so many ways this game is wrong, it's astounding. And yes, there's another guy there, but I'm not going to bother with him. I can't be arsed. The guys in the next room I have to deal with. That guy? Screw him. Let him hover around in there forever, see if I care. Now, really, what is the point of this room? Why would anyone design this? What possible function could it serve? And this next one. Why the hell are there so many fans? Real buildings do not work like this. Oh, those goddamn rockets. I hate these rockets. They just keep coming until you shoot them. Pain in the arse. See what I mean? Hate them. And again, why are there so many flying enemies in relatively enclosed spaces? Why are they firing rockets into rooms with delicate electronic equipment that's quick to explode? This makes no sense. Ugh. Pipes. What is it with me and goddamn pipes? Stupid things. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to grab that salt. No, not miss it. Grab it. Let's try that again. There we go. Thank you. Now we can completely fail to avoid the electric door thing, if we even get up to it. Jeez, the level design here is so terrible. Even more so than usual. Well, we can see where I need to go, so let's watch me screw it up. Wait, did I actually make it through that? How in the hell did that happen? Ah! Sodding rockets! Die! Die! And now dogs. Yes, dogs. In the middle of a sodding skyscraper. Because that makes perfect sense. Annoying little gits they are too. It doesn't help that you've got three different types of enemies here. Close range ground ones, long range ground ones, and airborne ones. It's almost too much to cope with. I've actually died at this bit more than once. Very unpleasant. I'm running on someone's head. I don't know why, but I find that surprisingly funny. Oh, more dogs! Where the hell did they come from? Why do they take so much damage? Who trained them to attack men who run on walls without wearing shirts? Right, done. Now to walk into the area that's in total darkness. Genius. Ah, tank, tank, tank! Run away! Run, 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 run! Oh, that was close. Oh, no, another one! Ah! And we're at the end of the level now. Now remember that woman Drake shockingly failed to kill due to his complete and utter ineptitude as an assassin? Banshee, her name was. Well, there she is. And once again, all you do is circle strafe her and the goon she teleports in. Ugh. Now, unlike all the other times you do nothing but circle strafe bosses, I'm actually going to show you this one in full. Partly so you can get an idea of what you're skipping with all the others, and partly so you don't get completely sick of yakety sax. And yes, just to clarify, that's what the piece of music is actually called, yakety sax. So named because it's played with a saxophone and it's silly, or something. The reason everyone calls it the Benny Hill music is because the British comedian Benny Hill used it in his sketch show. It played over sped-up footage of him running away from an increasingly silly group of people. Judges, wardens, women in skimpy clothing, etc. Yes, you heard right. Pretty much every time he did this bit, a woman would lose her top and chase after him wearing a bra. You do Benny Hill chase to see what I mean. Trust me, it's the running gag that never got old. Or stop running. Ba-dum! Bugger, still got nothing to say. Ah well, more circle strafing, yada yada yada. God, these feel like they last for hours. This is actually only about 3 minutes or so, but it feels way longer. Oh, can't be much more, can it? Huzzah! Time for some info dumping!
So, Tang plans to use the artifact to access the never-ending supply of souls of the spirit realms. The souls required to permanently open the portal must be uncountable. I bet he expects a tenfold return once the portal opens. That'll be some cyborg army. Does he really think he'll get all this without giving anything in return? I bet the spirit lords will use the portal to reap our souls while we're still alive, not waiting until we pass. I have to stop this madness. Where could Tang possibly hide enough bodies to retain all these souls, if not the central storage area of the morgue?
Yeah, that's pretty much the plot of this game. Nice that we finally get something resembling a plot a mere 18 levels in. Now, I know some of you may be struggling with all of that. I know I am. So let me try and go through the plot of this game so far over this incredibly boring level. Bear with me, it might hurt. Drake, a truly terrible assassin, is a part of the 99 Dragons clan. This clan was charged several thousand years ago with protecting the soul portal artifact, which could be used to open a portal to the spirit realms, which is where souls go once people die. Sometime prior to this game, Drake was given the Undying Dragon, a living creature embedded onto his chest, which allows him to access the Serene Garden, a place between reality and the spirit realms, which effectively prevents him from dying so long as the gods provide him with new physical avatars for his spirit to inhabit. It also allows him to access immense powers, provided Drake feeds its souls from the recently departed. These powers range from freezing time to allowing the Undying Dragon to reach out of Drake's chest and physically attack, though the most effective ability is a bullet time ripoff. While Drake is practicing in his clan's dojo, they are attacked by a group led by Serpent Eye, a creature with demonic powers. Everyone is slaughtered during the attack, Drake included, and Serpent Eye steals the artifact. Drake, however, is given another avatar without realizing it, and he kills off the other attackers before seeing his original corpse. Absorbing the souls of his foes, he goes drunk on the power of the Undying Dragon and, believing himself invincible, dives out of a window, and promptly falls to his death. Arriving at the Serene Garden, the gods explain the situation to Drake and tell him that Serpent Eye stole the artifact for Tang, the founder of Tang Industries, and is needlessly passing the soul portal artifact to a courier. They send Drake back to reality into his previously shattered body, and he chases the courier through the streets into a fireworks factory, which blows up, killing Drake for the third time. After being chastised by the gods, Drake is given a new avatar and sent after the courier again, who turns out to have a gambling habit. Once Drake catches up to him, the courier confesses to having lost the artifact to the owner of the Dreaming Cloud Casino, who also has demonic powers. Drake finds and kills the owner of the casino, but is buried by the roof, which collapsed after the battle, during which time Tang retrieves the artifact from the rubble. Drake, summoned back to the Serene Garden, is informed that Tang will need a specific soul to activate the soul portal artifact, that of a rare whale. They send him to the fish factory where Tang is extracting the soul from the whale's corpse so Drake can intercept him. However, Drake is promptly killed by Banshee, an assassin working for Tang. Unable to create a new avatar for Drake to inhabit, the gods instead send him back into his original body, and he chases after the body of the master of the 99 Dragons clan, which has been taken by Tang's men. As he makes his way through to the morgue, he re-encounters Banshee, but before Drake is able to kill her, he's confronted by the body of his master encased in a robotic shell. After destroying it, Drake reclaims the body and takes it to the Serene Garden. Realizing that Tang is using the recently departed souls to create a cyborg army under his command, Drake, with a new avatar, infiltrates Tang Towers, where he finally kills Banshee, and discovers that Tang is intending to use the Soul Portal artifact to open a portal to the Spirit Realms, using the spirits he has in the city morgue. He plans to use the souls in the Spirit Realms to create a near-unlimited army of cyborgs that he can take over the world, but in his short-sightedness does not realize that the Spirit Lords will use the portal to cross over into the mortal world and slaughter everyone themselves. Determined to stop this, Drake heads back to the morgue to put a stop to Tang's plan. There we go. Nice and clear now? No? Well, I can't say I blame you. This is, without a doubt, the most utterly insane plot to a video game I've heard in years. So many questions. Oh, I suppose I should mention this level briefly. It's a street level, it's quite short, provided you don't screw this up like I did, and it's not particularly memorable. There you go. Next!
Hi, and goodbye.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my least favourite level of the game. There's a few reasons for this, most of which will be visually apparent once we get to them. The first, however, is the enemies, which have much more health than previous ones. Well, not these guys, obviously. I mean the other ones who crop up in a minute. It makes them a massive chore to take out, and means I also have to be a lot more careful when it comes to combat, because it's much easier for them to kill me. You'll see this later on. The second reason, which again, you'll see shortly, is that you have to collect blue souls. These are exclusive to this level, and level 24, but the less said about that one the better. And story-wise are apparently the souls of fellow members of the 99 Dragons clan. This is explained briefly in the blurb before each level, which I've been skipping because it's usually useless. All it tends to do is state the objective for the level in question. Examples include level 4's Claim 30 Souls for the Undying Dragon, or level 15's Defeat the Cyborg to reclaim the body of your master. Yeah, all sort of stuff you could figure out on your own. Anyway, the problem with this level is that even when you know that you're supposed to find these blue souls, you're not told how to make them appear. You're actually meant to shoot these blue tubes to release them. I actually figured this out completely by accident when I clipped one of these tubes while shooting the enemies next to it. Thank God I did that, because otherwise I'd have been stuffed. You need to free 6 of these souls, and they're all in rooms like this, so once you actually know what you're doing, it's not too difficult to meet this objective. As I said before, I tend to accidentally shoot the tubes while killing enemies, so it makes it somewhat easier to do. Still a pain in the arse, but at least it's a tolerable pain in the arse. The next problem with this level is that you have to find keycards. Again. This isn't exclusive to this level. It cropped up before in that boat casino level that looked more like a casino than the actual casino, and in the meat packing plant with the insane level geometry, and it was just as irritating there as it is here, because it means you have to go hunting around the level looking for the thing. In most levels, you just have to get from point A to point B, and those are straightforward enough, but when you actually have to spend a prolonged amount of time going through each and every part of the levels, well, it only highlights the terrible level design all the more. Case in point, look at me running around here. Where the hell am I supposed to be going? Oh, the gate? Well, why on earth would you think that opens? It just looks like a sealed-off corridor, not an actual gate that opens up. Such terrible level design. Since there's not a whole lot going on in this room, I'm going to talk about those red souls again. You'll see them in passing here, and they're actually from the corpses being carried around on hooks like chunks of meat. Which I suppose they technically are now, so there you go. But the red souls, as you may recall, actually hurt you rather than heal you. There's no explanation given for this, they just do. My theory, and this is all it is, mind, is that they're souls in the middle of being converted for use in Tang's cyborgs. Quite why I bothered to take the time to come up with a credible explanation for that is beyond me, but there you go. Also hurting me is this corridor with our old friend, and by friend I of course mean enemy, lasers. Oh, deep and abiding joy. But that's only the prelude to the main event of this level. Giant rooms full of containers. Stunning design here. And this is supposed to be a morgue? I don't think so. Now this giant robot here is one of the enemies I was talking about. Thankfully there's enough room to back away from him while shooting, because if he hits you, it hurts. But once he's gone, there's the question of where you go. This is not a dead end. There is a path here. That path? you have to go up. So guess what? Wall running! I've already mentioned how much I hate wall running, right? Yeah, I really hate it. You can't actually shoot the guy up there yet. It'll take a minute for that to sink in, and for me to realise I need to go around. Oh, there we go. And in the next room, more robots. Lovely. I'd also like to point out that it's hard to get past this section without losing a ton of health, because you're being shot by the guys in the upper level there. Before I entered this room, my health was just under 100. Look at it now, if you can make it out. $34! Jeez! And if you didn't know beforehand that this guy was going to appear, you can kiss what was left of that health goodbye. The level design really combines with the poor game mechanics here. It's vicious. It's actually surprising how far you can jump in this game. Not that you'll ever need to, but it's still interesting to note. Turrets! Why the hell would you have turrets inside a bloody morgue? This makes no sense! And another spawning enemy. Lovely. Oh, this moving crane. Ugh, screw this thing. Look at how thin the pathway is. And I'm supposed to jump on top of it while it's moving? Jeez. And why is there a turret on top of a crane? Really? Really? Some more combat here, and I can't think of anything to say about it. It's just combat. You know how it goes. And yes, I did spot that green keycard on the corner. Now this section is, oddly enough, where I've died a couple of times before, which is why I'm being really careful here. It's also why I'm doing the entire thing in slow motion, which makes it incredibly drawn out and actually somewhat boring to watch. Sorry about that. I do find it odd that after jumping off this wall, and with my guns clearly facing the floor, the bullets still somehow fire off in front of me. Anyone else find that a little weird? No? No, just me then. Anyway, with this room cleared out, we need to head back to the starting area. It takes me a minute to figure out which way to go. Sorry, again. Now this elevator is actually really touchy. Half the time it doesn't want to work, so you have to kind of be careful with it. Another fight, you know the drill. Once that's over, there'll be a couple of more rooms with tubes, and then I'll get to leave the level. Not much longer now, honest. Ooh, one more thing I can bitch about is the text on screen. See, whenever you open a locked door, it tells you that you used whatever colour keycard to open it. And the text hangs around for ages if you go into slow motion. Maybe because, I don't know, you happen to be in a combat situation. It's just one more irritating design choice that really should have been picked up on, because it really obscures a significant portion of the screen. It's really annoying. Oh hey, I actually got to use the Undying Dragon's close range attack on someone. Yeah, that was actually kind of useful. Oh wait, it also knocked out all those red souls. Never mind. They're all from the corpses in those drawers, in case you wondered. Not quite sure why they're there, and by this point I honestly think I'd have given up if I'd actually died here, so I was just grateful I was at full health at the time. Anyway, next level's coming up. Let's get it on.
I'm down to Tang's level.
Soon the land of the dead will be at my fingertips, and every soul at my command, to make my armies infinite, so that I can rule the world!
Of course!
Sorry, I could not resist that. Anyway, this is actually a boss battle. Not that you'd know it at the start, because you actually have to find the damn thing first. Again, great design. It's actually right ahead of me. Ah, here it is! And I have no idea what I'm shooting at. It's not Tang or Serpentine, they're both up in the booth, safe and sound. Oh, look, there they are, see? So what exactly am I trying to kill? Beats the heck out of me. Some sort of phantom Tang or something? Yeah, here we go. This big bad mother. That looks like a good thing to kill. Wait a sec, that is a phantom Tang, isn't it? It looks just like him. He's got the beard and everything. What the hell is going on? Actually, wait a sec. In that cutscene that just showed, both Tang and Serpent were in this room. How the hell did they get into that booth? There's no door. There's nothing. I just... Oh, screw it. I don't care anymore. This boss battle is lame. It's the same as all the previous ones. You run around and you shoot it. Only now you've got those floating souls to worry about as well. So as well as running around and shooting the bad guy, you've got to avoid the red souls and pick up the green ones. You'd think this would add a little bit of variation, but no, it's still tedious. Oh, lordy lord. I think we need some more yakety sax now. You know what, I can't even bother to yell for it, just play the damn thing.
Huh? No. The artifact!